Hey everyone, welcome back to When Words Don't Come Easy. I'm Justin and I'm here with my dad, Roger.
Hey everyone, it's great to be back.
If you've been listening to the show, you know that it's about my dad's recovery after his stroke and it's turned into something much bigger. We've met people from all over who are living with aphasia, each with their own story and their own comeback. Today's guest is someone who really stood out to me online. I met her through the Aphasia Recovery Connection community on Facebook. It's an amazing group where people with aphasia and their families connect, share stories, and lift each other up. That's where I first came across Annie Humling. She's always posting videos about her day to day life, just being herself, honest, funny, real, and never afraid to show what life is like living with aphasia. Annie had her stroke in her 20s. She's been living with aphasia for years now. Her energy, her outlook, and her sense of humor really stuck out with me. She's the kind of person who reminds everyone that life keeps going and it can still be really good. Dad, I think you'll really connect with that attitude of just keeping at it, staying positive, and not letting the bad days win.
That's the trip. You got to keep going.
Yep. So today we're going to talk with Annie about her story, what recovery looked like in her 20s, and how she's built the confidence over time and what she's learned about communications, patience, and finding joy again. Hi, Annie. It's so great to finally see you on video. We've chatted a bit on Facebook Messenger, but it's awesome to actually connect face to face. Take your time, have fun. Today we're just going to chat and share your story.
Welcome, Annie. It's been finally great to meet with you.
Uh,
Hey.
how you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Cool. So to kick things off, I'd love to hear about your life before the stroke. What was a typical day like for you, and how old were you back then, and how would you describe yourself?
Oh gosh, it was a long, long time ago. I was 21. I was going to school. Um, it was but it was spring break. I was at home and I was actually taking a shower when it happened. Um, and um, I just was kind of it was just kind of weird. I was had a really kind of didn't feel good. I was really dizzy and I fell.
Very
And
similar. That's very similar to how my dad was.
oh really? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, yeah, mine was. I had a really bad headache, and
Okay.
yeah, my wife told me go take a shower, see how you feel. When I came
Oh,
out, yeah, so I came out of the shower, and she said, to go get dressed, see how you feel. So I
oh,
went immediately went and grabbed my pants and put it on my head. And
okay.
she realized, "Uh-oh, if you're putting your pants on your head, then something's wrong."
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
That's so scary.
it was scary.
But
Yeah.
yes, I'm sorry to interrupt, but yeah, so back
Oh
to
no,
you
no, it's
when I
okay.
heard that similarity.
Yeah, yeah. I was taking a shower and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take out got out of the shower, and I fell. And then I was like, "Okay, now what?" And thank gosh, my mom was going to work because it was Easter Sunday, and, my mom was working at the library at the time and, was, was going to work, and thank God, because otherwise, my dad was gonna be like, "Annie, what's wrong?" And I was totally, not changed, and so my mom was like, "Are you okay?" And, um all I can say was, "I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know," and, um, so we called 911, and, so they were, like, looking at me, and they were like, "Well," you know, they saw my birth control pills, and they were like, was I think she's having a stroke," so, they took me to, um, Harborview in Seattle, and so, yeah,
And then that's when
thank God.
yeah,
Look
Yeah.
at
exactly.
that.
Thank God they were there. Thank God that they were able to recognize the signs.
Yeah, yeah,
So
but
at that time, you were going to school and just a regular college student.
yeah, um, I was senior year, I mean, I was really stressed out, I was overweight, I was, you know, I was just stress, birth control, all that factors,
Mhm.
um, yeah, they don't really have a cause of my stroke, but, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. So when you were brought into the hospital, what was, the initial diagnosis, and how was it with you and your family?
Um, it was so I was a, how do I say that? I it's so bad saying all that stuff, but it was, in the ambulance, I had that, under the like, uh,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
like, the under
The
the
trach?
tube
Yeah.
going down,
The breathing a breathing tube?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
'cause my whole swelling was like it was my stroke was like a massive stroke, so, um, they decided to do that in the ambulance, and then in Harborview, it was a massive stroke, so they decided that it was oh, I can't say that word, that pill, like that clot, like, try to get, it reverse it, um, I couldn't get it even though it was on time because it was a massive stroke,
It was too big
so
for the pill.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, but I was in Harborview for 3 weeks, and, um, in about a week was, they thought I was gonna die. Um, they was a massive, I had a, um how do I say that? The induced coma, think
Okay.
that there we go.
No, good, that was great,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, they it was because of my brain was swelling,
Mhm.
um, so they decided they were trying to get it calmer,
Yeah.
so, for a while, and then, they finally I almost had to, like, that, brain thing, that, surgery,
Oh, where they have
um
to take it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but,
Mhm.
that was good that I didn't have that, but
Well,
yeah, it was
yeah, so
yeah.
Of course, I had
Did
that. Mine was almost just like the same type of thing. I mean,
okay.
they, w- w- when I got there, I don't remember anything. Eh,
Yeah.
Okay, and it was it was a massive, massive,
brain bleed.
brain bleed.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, and they actually, I was there for, I was there for actually 8 weeks to the hospital.
Mm.
Okay.
And for 6 of the weeks, I was that I was
Yeah,
unconscious.
he was also in an induced coma because of the swelling.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so I was there for, I was there for like for
Mm.
6 weeks.
And he had also, I don't know if this had affected you as well, but he had, because he was on the breathing tube similar to you, he had
Uh-huh.
gotten, pneumonia in his lungs.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on top of that, so it's same type of thing. They actually thought I died twice. So, yeah, so it was, yeah, and as I said, I don't remember any of this. I mean, and I just when I woke up, it was like I thought it was the next day. I had no
Wow.
clue, and all of a sudden I couldn't, I couldn't talk. And for some reason the television the television was on, and it was on
Jeopardy,
Jeopardy, and and they start, and they put the words up first,
the question
the
on the
questions
screen.
on the
Yeah.
screen, and I'm looking, and all I see are words, or
Yeah.
I had no idea, and what the letters were, or anything.
Yeah.
So at that point, I said something's wrong. Something
Do
happened.
you do you have any dreams, like, when you had like, when you have that
Y- you
in that
know,
moment?
You know, I think now, when all of a sudden I think of things, I wonder if it was from them, from when if I'm thinking that from like, the last couple of years, or whether this was from
Or if it was real or
if it
not.
was real or whether,
Mhm,
so, yeah, so I mean, because I think of things right now that I wouldn't have not normally think of, and
mhm,
it could have happened, when I was out. So so
yeah.
yes, I really don't even I don't know whether they're real or, or when it happened. Mhm. So,
I
yeah.
remember when in that moments, like, I remember it was really dim in that room that we had, and waking up, and it was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so weird." And it was my roommate in, like, it was Beth, my friend Beth, and it was like, "Beth, this is so weird. I had this crazy dream." And it was like this long story, and like, you have this is, it was like telling her about this, and like, and then it was all of a sudden it was like, "Oh my god, this is not happening." And it was like that was the dream, and then waking up, and that was in the room, and it was like, I'm in this room and I need to go back to sleep. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, when I got up, when I woke up, it was like I had no clue what was going on, where I was, you
Mm.
know.
yeah.
How were you able to communicate at first when you came out? Were you
Um, it was so long ago. Like, um,
what you can remember?
yeah, I mean, it's 20 years now.
Yeah,
So it's I
it's
don't really remember it.
yeah,
It was so like waking up. I remember when it was like past that, it was in like there was levels of like
Absolutely.
um when waking up, and I had this wonderful nurse that she when I'll back up there, when I had the brain was swelling, and she she's probably my age at that time, and I have 3 or 2 sisters, and so that she was like they were like just staring at the screen, like, like my swelling was like getting higher and higher, and like just scared, like, like staring, like, am I gonna have surgery,
Mhm, yeah, just
and
waiting for news.
yeah, and just like they were, they she was like, you need to calm down, like, but she has sisters too, like, so they're very comforting,
Mhm.
but so later on when I was not in danger anymore, she washed my hair, it was so sweet.
Right.
Like,
It was
you
those little
know
things like that.
yeah, but I don't really remember it, but I remember do she did it for me, but I remember, like, I was so dizzy, like like and I don't really remember it, but I remember, like, "Oh, it's so nice," but also, "Oh my god, this is horrible," at the same time, like
for sure. That's exactly the
yeah,
feeling. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
the same type of thing. I mean, and you don't know what you don't know.
yeah,
Is that point? So that's how I looked at it, and
yeah.
they tried to get me to talk. They tried to get me to write something down, and
Oh,
I still have some of it. Well, mine is 8.5 years now.
yeah,
So, I look at some of the things, I saved some of the writing that and I think I wrote better when I was 5 than those days.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I still look at those and I just laugh. And
yeah.
I did I to this going back to now, I don't know the difference between B, D, and P.
Oh,
So if I'm trying to read something,
yeah,
and a B, D, or P comes in, I totally
yeah,
stop, and I have to figure is that and I have to figure out what that is.
Really sound out
yeah,
the
I
whole
have to
word.
sound out the whole word to know
yeah.
to be able to read, to be able to try and read.
isn't it funny? Like, I mean, we're smart, we're, like, intelligent people, and, like, hearing the word and, like, "Wait a second,
What
what
is
is that?" You know, like,
Moving on.
"Come on." Like,
no,
it's
it
ridiculous, but,
it
I
is.
mean, like, we have to live, but oh, it's so annoying.
Oh, yeah, but annoying is not the word.
Yeah.
I can only watch. But so going back to how you said how helpful that nurse was to you, um, when it initially happened and you were coming out of it, can you tell me more about how your family and friends were there for you and helping you out?
Yeah. Yeah. They my family is so I mean,
And you mentioned
they're
your three sisters, I'm sure they were.
yeah, I mean, they I mean, I have 2 sisters and a brother and my parents, and they're I mean, you know too, like, they're very I mean, they're very you know,
Yeah,
like
oh,
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, we are very close. I mean, we are arguing and everything, but we are still love, so
well, that's how we are. I mean, that's how
yeah.
our family is anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounded about, especially the arguing part.
Yeah, that's okay.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know,
Uh-huh.
it's yeah, it's, supporting, like yeah, it's so good. I mean, we we, I they, uh, I don't know, there's so many people that there's how do I say that? There's people that I've been friends with forever, and there's people that I've gone after my stroke, and the family is still there, and, so it's very important,
No,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
totally agree. And I mean, I'd hate to say, like, we were always a very close family, and it was unfortunate circumstance, but I mean, I think it definitely did bring us closer together having
Yeah,
something like that happen. So,
yeah,
I think we all became a lot closer.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
what you guys told me was that somebody stayed, for the 6 weeks that I was
in the
in the
ICU,
ICU,
yeah.
one person stayed all night. I
Oh,
have
yeah,
yeah, I have,
we all switched off.
yeah,
yeah.
they all
Mhm.
switched off, that there was somebody there,
I've never my family my one of 'em either like, my mom slept with me almost the whole time in the hospital or rehab, or at least my sisters, like, the whole time. I was I
You
never
didn't
slept
let you
alone.
be alone. That's great.
mm,
Like,
mm.
It really is a big thing to have your family with you.
hmm,
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. I was gonna
I
s
I
oh,
I wouldn't, like, I couldn't talk, like, what like, needed,
exactly.
or, I just need someone,
well, you think you're talking, but you're really not. That's the you're trying to talk, you're trying to come up with
Yeah,
words, and you're coming up with something, but it's not real words.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that's what I remember. So,
yeah,
yeah, so that to me was, that was the crazy part of it.
yeah. It's it's so important to have someone there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So after you got out of the hospital, did you get into speech therapy, or what was the therapy? Is it any other physical therapy? What was your first step
Yeah.
out of the hospital?
Yeah, I mean, I was in therapy in, inpatient rehab and then out of the rehab, like, inpatient and then out, like, I can't say it,
Out-
uh,
Outpatient.
Outpatient.
out the
Yeah. Well, it's
yeah,
just yeah, it's the
yeah,
same thing. I had the same
yeah,
thing, right? In there and out of there. Let's
yeah,
just use yeah, we'll use in and out.
yeah, um, it was, intense, like, I think it's so important to do that,
Immediately too.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
was I mean, I was hating it for so many, but it was so important, like, I mean, I remember it was like just, I mean, getting the words out, like, I mean, usually, so when let's see what I'm trying to say. Um, I didn't have like an iPhone or like,
Yeah,
it
no,
was like
like that, yeah.
all like papers and like flashcards, like, and my speech was like one word, like, and my was like, like getting like, say, a cup, and I was saying, saying the wrong word, like, it was horrible, like, and I mean, every, like 4 times a week of almost 5 years, I did therapy, and, like, you know, every progress, I mean, you don't realize how hard, but, like, you realize how, like, your progress is, like, it's amazing, like,
Mhm.
Yeah, you always talk about how much you like you mentioned going back to your original worksheet that you were working
yeah,
on,
Yeah.
and then just but you could talk more about.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you have to things just go you don't know what's going on. That to
yeah,
me is the most the most frustrating part is
yeah,
you think that I want to say something and you know exactly what you want to say. It's right here,
mm,
but it's not here. so
yeah,
it, I mean that's the was to me the most frustrating part.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Then
So
when you had first started therapy
yeah,
and
and I still go. I have speech therapy still once a week.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
yeah, I still have it, and I get my homework. So,
yeah.
because I'm still doing homework, a long time later. But that was the whole thing. You don't you think you know what you're doing, but you really it's only in half of your brain that's knowing what you're doing. The other half it's just it's just frozen. It just doesn't know it doesn't know how to communicate with what you're trying to say. And
Yeah,
that to me was the most frustrating part in the beginning. And then I just kept, with my with I had physical therapy too. So physically it's crazy because I have nothing wrong with my arms, legs, everything is perfect.
that's
Did
good.
did you have any physical?
I'm paralyzed on my right side, like, you know, like, I have Botox on my arm, and, a brace on my leg, but
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, see, I if,
yeah,
nothing happened to me.
that's
They
awesome.
yeah. Yeah, thank God. But,
Yeah,
in the beginning, they were teaching me how to walk and everything, and all of a sudden,
yeah,
well, I'm walking. And they're looking at me like, "You can't talk, you can't do this, you can't do that, but you're walking and you're using your arms and you're" so,
that's
and
awesome.
yeah, so I think they were looking at me like like something, that they couldn't understand how well I was doing, and this was, I was there for 2 after I came out of it, I was there for another 2 weeks, and that's when I started all the therapies and stuff.
What kind of, aphasia is with you? What type of aphasia?
Anomic, I believe.
Say
Anomic?
that again?
Anomic?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, that's the one that I had. Um,
okay,
so, yeah, but I'll tell you, I was very surprised. I mean, everything works for me still.
okay.
It just, and, you know, if people don't understand what I have.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing because 'cause I'm walking right and I'm doing everything that every other person is able to do.
yeah,
And yet, when I try and talk to somebody, you know,
They y yeah.
things don't come out sometimes.
That's actually I was
yeah,
gonna actually to go with that, I was gonna say, so for you when you were in your 20s, I mean, nobody to this we still don't really know much about aphasia, and most people besides if it happens unless it's happened to someone that they're one of their close ones, they
Mhm.
don't know. So, uh, so back then, if you can remember, what was it like telling people? And I don't, were you able to go back to school? What was your life kind of like when she came back?
So, I they never so last time when I had physical or, speech therapist, she said, oh, I don't so I go back to that, when I was in, the hospital, they were like we were so lost about, like, aphasia, you know? Um, they were like we were like, "Well, what's aphasia?" You know, like I mean, we were like I was 21, my parents were like,
It,
"What's that?"
and
Like, you
like you
know
said, it was 20 years, but the internet wasn't as broad. It wasn't as
Yeah,
easy to get
oh,
into.
yeah. I mean,
That's
there was
like,
no, uh, iPhones,
yeah,
no
like
anything.
at least for him when
So it
he
was
yeah, when he was in the hospital, we were immediately on the phones looking at
yeah.
you
I wish it would it would be so much easier. I mean, it was, like, pretty much, like, take the like, the doctor's advice. I
that's
mean,
all we
it
yeah,
would be great. That's, like, great thing, but, like, you can't rely, like,
on
we
just
need help for everything,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So we were like, like, "Well, when we can go back to school?" Like, like, "When" like, "I need to go back to school, like, when is that gonna be?" Like,
yeah, you
all that stuff, and the doctor's, like, saying, "Well" like, "We'll see,"
yeah,
and I mean, my my thesis or uh, my, how do I say that? I was going to school with uh I was a history major,
okay,
like, all papers, like, you know, reading, like yeah, like, I never went back to school, like, it's I can't read, like,
yeah,
um,
yeah, that's how I am.
it's I can't, and, like, I remember when it was about, 4 years after my stroke, and the I really like the end of my, speech therapist, and she said, "Annie, you know, I really don't think you can go back to school," it was be honest to me, like, it was I have, like, a block in my brain, like, it's like I can't, like, understand about, like, reading, like, with, like, little things, like, like, the big
You know,
picture, like, it's still I mean, it's like, I try still, and it's just, like, a block, like I
is
mean,
it
I always do, audiobooks with the real book at the same time, but it's still
it's
a
still
problem.
a comprehension.
Yeah, like, like the like this and under and over and, it's just like all of it, and, um, you know, it's life,
Exactly.
um,
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, it's yeah,
No,
anyways.
because when I yeah, 'cause I mean, I can read, but it takes me a long time.
Mhm,
That's my I can read, but like, if I wanna read an article from, let's say, a newspaper or whatever,
yeah,
it's, let's say 3 level, 3
yeah,
not levels, 3
yeah,
columns, okay? It would at that in the first couple years, it would take me probably to do 3 3, it would probably take me an hour to get
yeah,
and, now I've got it down to probably 20, 25 minutes. Uh,
okay,
but the worst part for me is that if I try and read something I get and I'll after 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I get frustrated. It's like, I wanna know what this is,
It's just
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what happens to me. I just can't
Yeah,
well, I just say, "Alright, the heck with it. I'm done." And,
yeah,
and so that's what happens to me
and this is an
yeah.
article that would have taken you 30 seconds to breeze through.
Yeah,
I
and
know. I
Mhm.
used
yeah.
to love to read.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, so yeah, now I just listen. Yeah, I just listen to books. That now,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I love audiobooks
yeah,
and, you know, it's not the same, but it's still like you know, it's less, but at least it's still something, you
yeah.
know.
Well,
Sure.
I like it when I like to when it's when the person that wrote it is the
Mhm.
one that talks it that does the speaking.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if I'm listening to one of the books, um, and I'll know
The author.
I'll know the author,
Mhm.
and I'll hear
Mhm.
the author saying it. So to me, that adds to that, it
Yeah.
adds to it,
Yeah.
and then just somebody re just somebody reading. So to me, that adds to what I'm trying to listen to.
What's helped you most in feeling like yourself again?
Oh, gosh, honestly, it's I feel like it's me, like, like
Mhm.
it's like I mean, it's still like the same person,
Right.
you
Uh-huh.
know, maybe I can't get the words out, you know,
But yeah.
but
But yeah,
uh,
so
uh, and
like
it
more thing is there something that, like reading that even though it's not the
yeah,
same
okay.
connection that will bring you back, more like something that you do to make you kinda just I don't know if you can't forget, but
Yeah.
Yeah, how do
Um,
yeah.
I think like with like reading and stuff, there's some apps, I can't remember the name of the app for it. It's a T.
cactus.
She's in Canada. Um, I really like her. I have that. I don't do speech anymore.
Mhm.
Um, but I do sometimes, like, when I do flights and stuff, I still have them,
Oh,
when
you'll
I'm
bring them with you, just yeah.
yeah, on my phone, um, when I'm bored, it's hard, um, and when I do cooking, it's like I do, like, recipes, and it's hard, and
Yeah.
I really like to cook,
Mhm, yeah,
um
it see all your
We've seen
videos.
that, yeah.
yeah,
And, like, a lot of good
so
lots of good sourdough.
yeah, love sourdough. Um, you know, so, it's hard, but I feel like that's therapy in a
Yeah,
way.
no, it is
Um,
therapy, I agree.
Mental therapy.
yeah, yeah, it's like, you know, in a way it's therapy. I mean, even though it's normal in a way, but it's harder for other people or for me because it's like still, life, but
Yeah,
it's harder for me, you know.
totally.
Um, is that making sense?
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I totally
it's life, but it's like a little bit more, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like
I know.
life, but a little bit harder, you know?
Oh, well,
Um,
everything is harder. That's basically what
yeah,
we can we yeah, we try and do what we were doing before, but it's just always a lot harder to try it's a lot
yeah,
harder to do it. But, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
we think back at what we were doing when we were okay,
yeah,
before our strokes, now I like
yeah,
doing the same type of things, but, I can't do it at the same level. We
yeah,
when we here's what when you go out to dinner, okay,
Mhm.
um, do you have do you have problems with a lot of noise? And and when they ask you what you want to eat, and you know, see, but what happens to me is I freeze.
Yeah.
Each person will say what they want, and then they'll come to me and they'll be like, oh, I you
Y
know,
You'll make your decision
Yeah.
before, and then when it's your
Yeah.
turn.
yeah, I can't. Does that happen to you also?
Yeah, I do. It's, my family's loud and obnoxious, and so kind of okay with the noise, you know? But I always get nervous when I'm ordering, because I always get stuck. Like, I can't remember what the name is, or like, this is a small town, but so, like, there's not many choices, like, in the, restaurants, but,
Yeah.
like, there's one restaurant that I always say that I can't get the words out, and it's, like, the enchiladas, and, like, I know what enchiladas are, but I
Yes.
can't get the words, like, and, like, I am like, "Okay, I'm gonna order that, but I can't, okay." And I'm like, everyone's ordering it, and I'm like, "Okay, ready, set," and I'm like, "Oh god, I can't get it," and it's just, like, driving me crazy, like, you know, so I'm always and, like, no one understands, like,
No, right,
like
it is, no one
yeah,
understands, and I'm telling you,
yes,
my biggest thing is I freeze. I just
yeah,
freeze. I can't,
yeah,
I can't say anything at that point,
yeah,
nothing comes out, nothing comes out. I know what I
yeah,
want. I'm staring at what I want. I can there's a picture of it right there,
You
but
know it in your
I know what
head.
I want, but but I can't see it, and I just freeze. So, same thing
yeah,
same thing happens to me a lot. I'll go, I'm gonna get some fruit or some,
Vegetables.
vegetables or something, and and I have to ask for it. It's over, a different a different, aisle or something, and and I can't come up with the words, you know,
mhm.
what I want when a person comes up and says, "Can I help you?" And it's like, "Oh, yeah, you can help me, but I don't know what
It's just
I don't know what I wanna say." It's like, "Of course you can help me, but I don't know what." But so
it's
that
kind of laughable in a way. It's
well,
just
it's
kind of like
laughable, it's
yeah,
laughable after, not during.
yeah,
Well, yeah, when you're freezing and when that happen when those types of things happen, it doesn't, it gets you aggravated, but again, that's my biggest thing is getting is getting frustrated. Frustration is and
yeah,
yeah,
Because when you get frustrated, then that leads to you'll stutter a little bit more. Sometimes you'll
okay,
something, which I'm curious, I would say one of your, biggest speech, issues that you have is you'll often say the wrong word without knowing it. So we talk a lot and he'll say to me, "What did you do for dinner today?" And it's 11:30. So he thinks he's saying lunch. What are you doing for
okay,
and he doesn't even realize that he's saying, "What are you doing for dinner?" He thinks he's saying, "What are you doing for lunch?" And then there's
yeah,
often, and it's gotten to, I know, like between me and him, I know what he means. But if it was someone else, they might be like, "Why did you just ask me what I'm doing for dinner?"
oh,
You,
yeah,
my other thing is the same thing with, like the what time are you coming? And I'll have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock.
oh,
I'll have to go through all the numbers.
yeah,
That happens
yeah,
to me all the time. Or I wanna get something. I'll have to go through the entire alphabet to figure out what I wanna
so
say.
frustrating.
Yeah, and that yeah, it is so frustrating. But
What about, like, date or, the months? Are you different
same thing,
um,
same thing.
like, can yeah,
No, go ahead.
like, I can't say, like, not August, but the next month, I can't say that month, and it's so frustrating.
I can say it, but I'll have to go through it, in other words, to get to it.
Okay,
So if it's in
okay,
February, I'll have to
it's
go January, February. And, you know,
Okay.
if it's in August, I can't say right away August. I'll have to do August, and that's the only way I can get to those things between numbers and those types of things. But yeah, and you know,
I
and but
okay. Oh, yeah. I see, I can't say, like I can say Humling, like Humling, but I can't say the Humli. I can't say that letter, the just that I can like, it's really hard to say
Yeah,
that
actually
letter.
just through the letter, but the word comes out.
yeah, but
Yeah,
but I'm saying that's what me with PTs and Ds.
Mhm.
P's, yeah, PT and P's. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, so even talking the words, you know, in that section or in that part, if I
yeah,
will have to know if it's a PD or a PD or B.
yeah,
So I mean, that to me, that's the most frustrating things to me.
yeah. It's so funny, the brain. It's just like
It really is.
people don't understand
I
like
mean,
that.
going back to, yeah, when it first happened, I mean, and we were in there and they're telling us that he has a brain bleed. I mean,
Yeah,
we know, what does that mean? He has a brain bleed, and then then
like what?
uh, yeah, exactly. And so, I mean, it's such a long journey from when that first starts to every all the different possibilities of the outcomes, and then to where we are now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it just gets, you know, you think you can do things, and you try and do, you know, I try and do everything that I can.
yeah,
I attempt to do like everything or saying everything or doing, you know, that kind of stuff. But it just gets you frustrated trying to come up with the right words at the right time.
yeah,
And you know exactly what you want to say, and it just doesn't come out. And you try and change the word, but it doesn't come out the same way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You want to say something, but you know you can't say that word. So you
yeah,
use a different word, but it's not really the exact same word. So the whole
yeah,
thing is different. What you're trying to say. So yeah, so it just gets harder and harder. But you know,
yeah.
but at least you know and as you look back, you had you know you had the speech therapies and everything. You think
Mhm.
back at and you still think that you still think that it's not that you're not okay yet, all these years. But you look back at 2 years ago, 4 years ago, for you,
Yeah,
years ago. You know, you think back of those days and you say, "Wow, look how I am now."
You really see the
You
progress.
really see the
isn't
progress.
it amazing? It's
Yeah,
so amazing, like,
Yeah,
yeah.
good good for us.
definitely. Cheers to you guys.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, that to me is, you know, I just get you know, I try not to get frustrated. I try not to, you know, and I don't want to think like, and when I get frustrated, I don't want to yell at somebody and they're yelling at me, and then all of a sudden a fight start, not a fight, but
An argument.
an
Yeah.
argument starts, and you don't want it to be, but it just
mhm,
happens. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it just
yeah,
happens. So yeah, it just gets yeah, it's just frustrating.
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah.
So before we wrap this up, see, do you have any advice for anyone who's just gone through a stroke, young or old, for their family or just them personally?
Don't give I always get the wrong message.
Okay.
Don't give up don't give up hope? Is that right? Or
Yeah. Yeah. Don't give up.
yeah,
Don't give up
like,
hope.
and get all you can get therapy, like, don't like, insurance and everything, get the best, like, everything you can get, like,
Yeah,
'cause
whatever you could get, because yeah, as you said, you were saying before that that's the most important thing, and you have to do it right away.
yeah,
Mhm. That's the
yeah,
people. I feel so bad for people because of the way insurance is nowadays,
yeah,
and sometimes these some people that get aphasia have to wait like 3 months. for
Right.
6 months
Yeah.
to get their
Yeah.
first,
Just
and that
Yeah, they'll
that
they'll get, like, a few weeks in the hospital, and then the second they're out of the hospital, they don't get therapy for 3 months.
yeah,
Mhm.
and that's
yeah.
that's the key part is that
Yeah.
is the beginning part. So I just,
Just I mean, like, just do it, like I mean, even if you're tired and everything, just do it.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, you're gonna be yeah.
you're gonna
I
get
mean,
you're gonna get better, but you can't use the term the term better is not what it was when we were younger.
yeah.
Okay, better was, was being what you were. So
Yeah.
you're never gonna be that again.
Yeah.
Something is gonna be different, but you have to deal with it is what it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be able to deal with it.
And I think also, like, Zoom and meet other people because it's, like, so great to meet other people, like, and, like, I've met so many people have that in common, like, even if it's not, like, the same, but, like, meeting those other people, like, that connection is so amazing, like,
really does
I think
seem.
it's yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, it is cool, I agree.
Yeah, so with that being said,
Yeah.
I definitely wanna give a quick shout out to the Aphasia Recovery Connection Facebook group. Uh,
Yeah.
it's definitely
It's
yeah, go
yeah.
yeah, tell me
Oh,
your
yeah,
experience with that.
I think it's really cool. I mean, I've met so many people and having that connection is really amazing, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah, as a caregiver for, uh, part of our family, I mean, it's opened up my eyes to so much and just given me advice and just been giving me ways to be there for him in ways that we didn't know. So I
Yeah.
just like to definitely say it's a safe space for people with aphasia, their families to connect and share experiences to support each other.
And that's yeah, I mean, that's really what it is to support to support each other, and to answer questions. I mean, if I have questions, I want somebody to be able to answer it, not in a nice way, and I think that's important too. That that because I still have questions of what I have. How you know w- w- to the to now I am I going to get I guess when I because am I still going to get better, and am I still going to get better, and in my mind it's I don't know, but I always have to say yes, I'm going to. So I just have you always have to be real positive. You can't put things back. You can't put things behind you. You have to just keep going forward. Is what it amounts to. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. This has been so great.
Yeah. It was really
Yeah.
nice to meeting you guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, this was great. We definitely and we're gonna have to do it again. I'm sure we could find
Yeah.
a lot more to talk about.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, and again, we'll, well, we now that we know each other,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we I can instead of just saying a blink, I can
Yeah,
put some
instead
I
of
can
just
act
liking your post.
yeah. We can write something in there,
Mhm.
so that'll
Alright,
work well.
yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
Cool.
well, have a great night, and this has been
Yeah,
awesome.
you too.
And
Alrighty.
Annie, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Yeah. It was nice meeting you guys.
You
Okay.
too. That's a wrap for today's episode of "And Words Don't Come Easy." We want to give a huge thank you to Annie for coming on and sharing her story with us. Your courage and honesty are truly inspiring.
Recovery is a journey, no matter how small.
Absolutely. To everyone listening, stay connected, keep encouraging each other, and don't give up. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.